Hello there, welcome back to my channel. My name is Sherifat and I live in Nova Scotia in Canada. On my YouTube channel, I just share my experiences about life here in Canada. I also do a bit of immigration because I'm a regulated Canadian immigration consultant and RCIC. In today's video, as you may have seen from the title, it's about me resigning from paid employment. I decided to face my business squarely and also face some other things that I do that bring me money. I was not able to combine, both my business and my paid, my job in my paid employment. It was a bit hard, so it was a very big decision for me to take, for sure. So I'll take you through the journey, how I resigned, how much notice I gave, show you a bit of what I do, what I used to do and all of that, and then what I'll be doing going forward. Please sit back and relax and enjoy this video. On the 26th of October 2022, I sent an email to my manager to express, my intention to resign. I gave 5 weeks notice because I was going to go on leave for about 1 week. I had to use up my leave before I leave. So I told him I was going to go, and I was given 5 weeks notice. And you can see his response. He said he was surprised and all of that. And I understand why he was surprised. Let me give like a backstory. So I joined this organization in December of 2019. I was in that role that I joined, as for 2 years, and then I changed roles in the same organization. So I joined this role. I got a job offer for this role in December of 2022. No, in December of 2021, I beg your pardon. So I joined officially January 2022. So I joined January, and October was saying I was leaving. So I understand why he was saying he was surprised. I was just, about 10 months old in the role. And even when I expressed my reason, my intention to resign, I was a bit, like I explained, it was a very long email. I just showed you the part where I said I was resigning, but the other parts I explained why I was resigning. I was going to do my business, all of that. I thanked him, for even giving me the offer in the first place. I know that many people, interviewed for that role, and I got it. So I was, I was a bit, empathetic, as to why I was leaving so soon, because I know how important my role is, in that department. So yeah, that's that. This was where I had my training in December of 2019. Let me mention that I applied 3 times to this company. The first 2 times I was not, accepted. I was not employed. It was the 3rd time. So shout out to my manager then. Dennis, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you for giving me the chance, and I've moved on to another department since then. I moved on to another department in December of 2021. So 2 years after I joined my previous department, I moved to another department. I got another job role. It's a better pay, yeah, but the work was plenty. It was challenging. I mean, I'm grateful that I took on the opportunity, to face a new, challenge. And I loved the job because it was not monotonous. It was something new every day, but it was a lot. It was overwhelming. And this is one of the things why I had to resign. I honestly could not continue doing my job, with my immigration consulting business. It was a lot. I just realized that I was not giving enough to both. I was not giving my best to both. And I'm a very realistic person. I'm a realist. Once I know that I'm not doing something good enough, or something is not giving me the desired satisfaction, I let it go. I had to let this go, even though I'm letting money go. But I had to let it go because I had to do what's best for myself. I don't want to, continue working and at the point of saying, oh, you're not doing your best, and they'll get a query or a warning or even a sack, a termination. I didn't want to get to that point in my career because I've done a lot. I've built myself. I've built my reputation to a particular level. So I just thought, call it quits right now, call it quits, which I have done. I gave about 5 weeks notice. Out of those 5 weeks, I took about 1 week leave prior. Then the remaining 4 weeks, that 1 month was the 1 full month notice I gave. I'm happy about that because some people just go and they don't give notice. They don't give, I don't think it's good enough. I mean, if you have an opportunity to give notice, why not? If you don't have opportunity, maybe the job role you got is you have to start
as soon as possible, then understandable. The chance to give a notice to your employer, I think it's a good practice. And another thing I told my manager was, please, then shout out to my manager right now, Hassan. Wonderful guy, good guy. It was fun working with you, Hassan, for 1 year. Thank you, Denise, for the 2 years I worked with you, and then Hassan 1 year. So I told Hassan that in case this my immigration does not, so I told him that in case this my immigration does not work, can I come back? He's like, oh yeah, I would love to have you back. You haven't done anything that I wouldn't take you back for. So people, when they leave, that's the end. We don't even want them back. Like, it's like good riddance to bad rubbish when they leave. But for you, there's nothing you have done. You've been a good addition to the team, so I would love to have you back if you want to come back and all of that. So I'm happy I left that, you know, opportunity. Like, I left the door open a bit. I don't pray to come back. I pray that my business blossoms, my YouTube channel blossoms, my content creation venture blossoms. So those are my 3, you know, avenues I'm looking to make money from: immigration business, my YouTube, and my general, you know, content creation. Of course, so that's it. I wish myself well. Inshallah, I hope it works well for me.
Coincidentally, some days ago, I got a notification on Facebook, you know, all those Facebook memories, and I had this post I made in January of 2016, where I'd also resigned from my paid employment in Nigeria. I resigned also in December of 2015, and then in January, I started working as a self-employed person. The same thing I was doing, similar thing I was doing actually. So I was doing social media marketing and management. So before I resigned, I had clients, you know, who just told me, oh, help us manage our social media pages. And they were my schoolmates, like my secondary schoolmates. So so I remember the first clients I had was TRS Signatures at Titi Salam. She was into makeup. You know, she's left Nigeria, so she stopped the business, I guess. But the other 2 were Boku's Memos and Modest Muslima Lounge. So both of them too were my seniors. The 3 of them were my seniors in school. They were a year my senior in secondary school. So Titi Salam of Sarah's Signature, Tone Lawal of Boku's Memo. She's like a celebrity photographer, a child photographer, and then Rukitolani, who also owns Modest Muslima Lounge. All 3 were my senior in secondary school, and they just hired me to help them manage their social media pages. And I got other clients. I got schools. I had about 10 clients I was managing. I'm like, I cannot do this with my paid employment. So I resigned and I was doing this. I remember the first month I resigned, I made double my salary. So I knew that this was for me. So this thing I'm doing right now is not new. I've always been a social media person. I've always been, you know, social media savvy, really. So I'm glad that I'm able to make money from my passion, really. Though this time it's not only social media I'm doing, it's not only YouTube or, you know, content creation on Instagram or Facebook. I'm also doing immigration, right? So I did that job. So that year was when I also came to Canada. So I was in paid employment from that January until June of 2016 when we got our visas, our PR visas to Canada. So once we got our visas, you know, things changed. I was planning to come to a new country. So I had to like stop it. And then when I came to Canada, I had to look for a job, you know. Canada's bill is not the same thing as Nigerian bill. I couldn't keep up. I mean, my client did not even mind me helping them to continue managing their social media pages. I mean, I can do it from any country, right? But I needed to settle in this country, get a job, and also acclimatize myself in the new country. So I stopped that for a bit. So yeah, I've worked since 2016 that I got to Canada to 2022 that I resigned. So I put in 6 years, you know, in corporate world in Canada. So I'm glad that, you know, I've done that for a bit, and now I want to face my business. I pray that this business, you know, brings me joy, brings me fulfillment. I mean, I wouldn't say I would never go back to corporate world or go back to paid employment. I won't say that. I mean, tomorrow now, who knows tomorrow I can go back. But right now, I want to do this and see where it gets me. Okay, so back to the present time, Canada. So this was my floor. I was on a nice floor. That was the highest floor in the buildings. Let me just take you like a tour of where I used to work. Very beautiful space. I mean, if anything I missed my colleagues, I missed the people. I also missed the workspace. You know, it had this very beautiful ambience for sure. So I missed that. And we had this beautiful view from our floor because we on the highest floor, right? So we had like the whole view of that area. It was really, really very nice. So yeah, enjoyed the tour of my office. And while you're enjoying the tour, let me also like, you know, just tell you a bit about what motivated me to, you know, part of the things that also motivated me to I resigned, both in Nigeria and here. I mean, I had similar reasons. One is I just want a job or a business that I can control my time to an extent. I'm very big when it comes to parenting. I'm very big on motherhood. I want to be able to be there for my children when they need me. For example, and luckily, I'll be honest, in Canada, I've had a very beautiful work-life balance. Like, I'm grateful for that. But in Nigeria, oh my God, there were days I used to work in Surulere, and we used to live in, at the point we lived in Festac Extension, and then we moved to Lagos by the Expressway around the Ibafo area. So going to Surulere, from Surulere to Festac Extension, from Surulere to Ibafo. Hey, some days I'll get home maybe 9, 10. That's where we used to live in Ibafo. When Redeem would do their program, or NASFAT, or MFM, it was crazy. Traffic, 10, 11, 12 sometimes. My kids would have slept. Like, I just said, no, this is not the kind of life I wanted. This is not the kind of life I wanted. So I worked very hard in my social media space. And the reason why my friends and my other clients were able to hire me to manage their page was because they had seen the things I do on my own page. So it was about me doing it, and they said, oh, you do it so well, please come and help us do it. I never said I wanted to be doing it for a business. I was just doing on my thing, right? I had a blog. I was just blogging videos, posts, and all of that. And that's how they got to know me. But the account I had first was Titi. He was like, Shifa, you're really good with this social media, please come help me manage my page. And that was it. Once I started it, I started getting referrals. I had like over 10 clients, right? That was how the motivation, like, let me just do this as a business, and I can control my time, I can decide to work. So when I resigned, I felt so fulfilled. Like, I can pick my kids from school myself, I can see them, we can talk, it was just so fulfilling. So the same thing I've also taught, to do here as well. Though here I've had it better in terms of being able to be there for my kids. I mean, I do 9 to 5, and that's it. 5, I'm home. So I had time. At the same time as well, I thought I wanted more time. I wanted to do more for myself. But clearly in Canada is a system, like, from what I realized, I don't know about other people, I don't think you can, paid employment is not something that will get you there. Even if you're in paid employment, you have to have other side hustles. It could be investments, it could be business, it could be something else that brings you money. But you are not able to, get to that peak with just your salary. But this is what I think. I may be wrong. Even if you're in paid employment, have some other things, other vehicles that bring in money. It could be investment, it could be business. Not everybody is business oriented. So something else that brings you money, right? So that's what I thought. I'm like, okay, I cannot continue this. I was like living from hand to mouth, really. And from what I see, I was even making, like, even when I was doing my business part-time, I was beginning to see prospect. I'm like, even if I'm doing this business part-time and I'm seeing something significant, if I now do it full-time, I can achieve more, right? That's, the motivation, behind me. So let me just give it a try. So that's really why, I'm doing this. And I pray that God, grants me success. It grants me fulfillment, above all. Because it's not only about money. I'm not just money driven. I like money, but I'm not, money is not my driving force. Money is not my driving force at all. I can see that, anywhere. I'm quite content. So I strive for more than money. I just think that this thing I'm doing is bringing me fulfillment. Aside the money, the connection, the people, the community I'm building on my social media pages is beautiful. People that I'm very close to right now, I met them on social media. So I just thought, this is your thing, just do it. And I'm grateful to God that, I'm able to make money off it, right? Even though I'm not making money off Instagram, off Facebook, but I'm making money indirectly, and I'll explain why. A ton of my clients that come to me for immigration, for school admissions, found me on social media, either on YouTube, on Instagram, or Facebook. So invariably, I'm making money off these pages. I'm not making money directly. People are not paying me to come and see my page on Instagram, but they are coming through Instagram to patronize my business. So that way, for me, I'm making money. So that's thought if I can put in more effort in creating more content, I'll have a wider reach, right? That's the reason. So even though I'm not making money off Facebook, Instagram, I'm making money from these people that are coming to patronize me for my business. And aside the money, the connection, the people, it's mind-blowing.
So this is me making my last video. in my place of work. It's my last day. It's quite emotional for me. I've been here for 3 years, since December of 2019 up until December of 2022. It's been 3 years. This job has blessed me in many ways. I've been able to achieve a lot with this job, financially and otherwise, really. So I'm grateful. I've grown in terms of, you know, even career growth and all of that. So I'm really grateful to God for this job. I'm grateful for my first manager, Dennis. Shout out to you, Dennis. Thank you for the opportunity. I don't know if I've mentioned it before. It was my third attempt at this job before I got this job role. I'd interviewed twice, you know, with 2 different managers, and did not employ me until the third one employed me. And even the employment was not even a permanent role, it was a contract role. From December to, was to be for 6 months, so December to June of 2021, no, to December of 2019 to June of 2020. And then you remember that COVID struck in March, like it became really a pandemic in March of 2020. So because of that, I was not able to be, I mean, my manager told me that, oh, I'll be retained, but it dragged up until September. So I was on contract for 9 months, guys. It was not funny, because being on contracts means you don't have access to a lot of benefit, and that was really killing. It was really demoralizing. I remember that when they told us, oh, you have to wait, you know, we don't know if you're going to retain you, and people are losing their job and all of that. I was even happy and grateful that I even had a job to start with, but I was also not happy because I thought by June I would, you know, become a permanent staff, but it went on until September. And to the glory of God, I was, you know, retained and made a permanent staff in September of 2020. So, and I've been here since then. You know, I am grateful, even though it was, you know, it's more money, yeah, but it was, this job will almost killed me. It was so much work, like so much work. I would tell my manager, this is killing, this is overwhelming. But I mean, I was able to overcome, you know, I grasped it. I was able to, you know, overcome the challenges. You know, I understood the job role as the days went by, but it was tough. And here I am, signing out, my last day. Just need to do what I have to do. It's not easy combining this job with my business, you know, in mission business, my green tulips business. It's been really tough combining this for the past over 1 year now. And this year became very busy for me as a green tulip. So I just said to myself, you can't do this anymore.
Let me give a special shout out to my colleagues, my former colleagues, both in my first department and the second one, and my managers. Thank you so much. You made my time at the office wonderful.
This one here is the cafeteria.
So I dare say that this was my best job in Canada, aside the salary, also the ambience, the people. Like, they were, I know that, you know, for like 2 or 3 years straight, they were amongst the best employers, you know, fourth list amongst the best employers in Canada. And I really would, you know, understand why. They had a wonderful work-life balance. We had lots of things at work. I mean, look at the cafeteria, very big. Aside that, we always had like team bonding events. Like my second department, my manager was in Montreal, for example. Most of my colleagues were in Toronto and Montreal. Just some of us were in Halifax. But I just loved the like they had this, I don't know, it just made you feel like home for you. I mean, that was my experience. It just felt like home. So I really would, you know, I really loved working here. I really love it, and I'm so grateful for the opportunity that I've been able to work, you know, in this organization. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. So see how big the cafeteria is. We had microwaves, you know, at various corners. That you order food, there were like 3 or 4 vendors that were selling food, and if you bring your own food, you can microwave it. It was just so beautiful. You know, you see on the board where they said Fort Worth's best employers. They were on the list for like 2-3 years consecutively. They were always on the list. Just to tell you, you know, how good it is. I mean, the pay was not like the best pay in the whole of Canada. I mean, I would say that, but I was just okay with it. Aside the pay, for me, I always look beyond the pay. There were other benefits like the dental, the vision, massage, travel, like so so many benefits, that adds up to your salary. Aside the benefit and the pay, it was just that, like that's just like the feeling of your home, your people you get. Though another thing I also observe is, aside the organization, the manager also play a role. I've had friends who had worked here and they'll be like, "Oh no, I'm done. I don't want to work here anymore." Not because the organization is treating them badly, but the manager they had was just terrible. So I think I've just been lucky to have two great managers in this organization, right? So I think that also has to play. Like one of my job too, I love that job, but that manager was like a devil from hell. I had to leave. Sometimes the organization is not bad; it's just the manager, right? Or even your co-worker, you can make your life unbearable. So if you are blessed to work in a good organization, and you also have good manager and then great colleagues, it just makes the whole experience really good. And this was me outside the office building. I was just showing the parking lot. One of the things I also love about working here was, free parking. My former job was in downtown. I know I used to pay for parking. Even the pay parking safe, I have to still walk like 5 minutes to the office. So here was free parking. I love that about here. So I just thought to document, of my time here, like my last days. Aside showing it to you on my YouTube channel, also for me as well, I can always go back to this video and watch it and reminisce, just like the way Facebook popped up and reminded me of my former post that I posted when I resigned. I haven't forgotten about it until I saw that post. So this video will be like a reminder for me as well in the future. This is me saying bye to Manulife. Bye, Manulife. Bye. I'm gonna miss you. Bye. Bye. It's my last day here. I'm going to come back to drop my laptop. Because honestly, I just feel like there's some things I'll be doing on Monday. Even though I have somebody who was already taken over from me, she's been shadowing me, but I just still feel that just to make her life a bit easier, I'll do some things on Monday. I'll do from home though. I won't come to the office to work, but sometimes in a week I'll come drop my laptop, because I just think that I may need some things to, like, I've taken off all my pay slips, things I'll need that I may not have access to anymore. I've done all that today. I may not do full day on Monday, but just see what I can do, like final touches, double check this thing. There's me signing out. This is me saying bye to Manulife. Bye. And off I go. This was the next day, Saturday. We had a team bonding event planned. So it was like a 3-in-1, that team bonding event, and then like a send forth for me. I showed you guys the video of it if you watched it, me and my colleagues. So it was like a 3-in-1 thing. We all went and had fun that night. So I've arrived the venue, just behind me there. Let me go join my team members and have some fun this evening. So that night was a beautiful night. It was well spent. Beyond us bonding is us, the Halifax crew. We have others of our team members in Toronto and in Montreal. So we had a nice time. My colleagues had good words for me. One of them even told me about a particular organization. It's called Black Business Initiative. You're telling me that, they help Black businesses. I'm like, I already know about it, but I really have not tapped into it. She's like, please look it up. They help Black-owned businesses. So it was a very beautiful night, very worthwhile. And that's us with the pictures. And then, we went home and they wished me well. And, it was a beautiful bonding event and a send forth as well. It's still windy and cold. Thank you so much. Thank you. Hello. So I got this box from work. I'm to return my laptop and my desktop and some other, work-related properties with me since I resigned. So an empty box with label. I just take it to the box office. Yeah. So watch me pack my work laptop. Oh, I'm gonna miss my laptop. Yeah. They have all these things inside. Maybe to keep it safe. All these things came with it. I don't even know if I'm allowed to take it to the office myself, because this one I decided to take it to UPS. Or I should call tech. Well, let me call them and see.
and ask them if I can bring it to the office right away. I'm so happy I'm removing this my work laptop and desktop, and this will give me enough space on my table. Because it's so like it's so what's the word? So taking a lot of space on my table. So removing it now, I have just my green tea leaves, you know, workstation. That'll give me ample space on my table.
And the reason why I didn't drop my laptop at work on the last day was because I had few more days to work at home. It was just my last day in the office that day, but I had like about 3 more days to work or 2 or something. But honestly, I'm not lying to you, I was not in the mood to work. It was more of handover. I had another lady that was, you know, taking over my role, so I was like just doing like handover for her. She was shadowing me.
Manager says I can keep the headsets. This is what it looks like. Even the my desktop is not fitting into the box properly. It's not fitting well, or maybe I'm not doing very well. Now see the space I have on my table, so I'll move my laptop, you know, further in, and I'll put some, you know, some things on the table and, you know, fill it up. So just text my manager now and ask him if I could return it, you know, in person. So like, you'd recommend I take it through UPS and have a tracking number in case they claim they did not return it. That what will I say if they say they did not return, which makes sense. That if I go through UPS, I'll have a tracking number and then have that for my reference, you know, for future reference, which makes sense. So I've packed it up. I'll take it to UPS actually myself. Then what else? Hey, my ID card. So let me return my ID card soon. And here's my ID card going into the box as well. Thank you, Money Life. It was great working with you. Thank you for all the blessings you brought my way through work, you know. Thank you for 3 years. Wonderful years. Thank you. UPS access points, convenient pick up and drop off. So I've come to drop off. I think my drop off my work computer, Money Life. So I have to drop it off.
Okay. You know, beyond sharing this news with you, I also thought to also share that, you know, like tip, you know, more like for newcomers, that if you're working in any place you find yourself, whether it's a place you like or you're just trying to manage there, just do as much as you can, do your best, so you have like a good reputation there. For example, when my manager announced in the team that I was leaving, and I told you that my team members are in Toronto and Montreal and also Halifax, so during our group meetings we do it like online. Most times, aside if you are doing like Halifax one, which we're doing in person, but the other ones like the general group meeting is done online. Like the chat was like buzzing. Why are you leaving? What happened? Some people even like private message me, what happened? Are you okay? Yeah. Did anyone offend you? Did anybody, you know, upset you or anything? Like, oh no, I'm just going to do my business. And they all had good words for me. You know, I'm not saying that I was the best person or I was the best employee, but I think that I did create my own impact sort of, and that, you know, they felt, oh, this person is leaving, you know. So just do your best. Like I told you before, that my manager, I told him that in case I want to come back in the room, that's the opportunity to me. It was like, oh, why not? You know, and he gave me his word, right? So I just thought, you know, wherever you find yourself, whether it's a place you like or you don't like, just do your best. Because even if you find your dream job, they will need reference from your previous job, right? For them to give you the job most times.
Today is my first day. Not first day, actually, second day actually. Second day since I resigned from my paid employment. So I resigned, my last day was 1st of December 2022. Then my first day outside work was 2nd, which was Friday. So I had my surgery done, my laser eye surgery that I told you about in a different video. I had that done. So this Monday is like my first, you know, free day in terms of not working or not having anything done. So I'm at home right now. I have my first session by 12 noon. It's about 11:30 now. I'm about to have breakfast. So here's my breakfast. I'm about to have breakfast, and while I eat breakfast, I'll be also, you know, there's a movie I've been watching. I've not finished. I'll see part of it, some of it before I go for my session. But it feels very free. It feels like a certain, you know, I can't even describe it. It just feels free. Before, I used to work and do my business. So during my break, I'll have my sessions or weekends or evenings or very early in the mornings. That would have to stop because I was overworking myself. So now I want to face my business squarely and my content creation squarely. So just documenting my first few days, you know, after resignation. So yeah, feels good. Alhamdulillah, 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 Rabbil Alamin. All glory to God that I'm able to do this. Actually, I feel like it's a privilege. Not everybody's able to, resign and face their business and face their passion. Not everybody's passion brings them money. Mine, luckily for me, I'm able to earn money from this business, from my content creation that I love to do. So all thanks to God. So yeah, I'll take you through my documentary, my few days, how it is. Maybe after 1 month I'll give like a report, or after 2 weeks I'll give like a report, or maybe a month, I'll give like a report on how it is, how if it was a bad decision, after 1 month, and I'll see how it goes. And I pray that God in his infinite mercies bless my business, bless my endeavors, and make this worthwhile, inshallah. Yeah. So I've been watching this movie.
You mean just like that?
It's my 4th time. I barely watch a movie like all through. I hope I finish it today. Today is Monday, December 5th, 2022. It's my first session after my resignation. Yeah. It's my first day I work as a full-time Canadian immigration consultant in RCIC. Feel very happy, so excited. Yeah, I just finished one of my sessions. I started that by 12, and I just finished right now. So.
And this right here is my home office, where I'll be making all the magic happen by the special grace of God. I offer services that's to do with immigration to Canada, whether to visit, study, live here permanently, school admissions, work permits, and all of that. So this is the space I'll be doing all of that. I pray that God grants me success for myself and for my clients, inshallah. So please come with me on this journey. I hope you wish me well. Please do. Thank you.
Hello, happy new year, happy 2023. It's a brand new year, and I feel so blessed, so grateful to God for witnessing this brand new year. It's a blessing to witness a new day. How much more a new year? I hope you feel the same way as well. I pray that this year brings forth all the good things we expect, and even much more by God's grace. I pray that your good heart desires, God grants them beyond your expectation. I pray that your Canadian dreams, those of you who are looking forward to one thing or the other when it comes to Canadian immigration, I pray that God grants them to you, very soon. The newcomers, the new students who just arrived to Canada, I pray that the land continues to do you good. I pray that you see the good of the land by God's grace. And those of us who have been here for a number of years, we pray that we continue to see the good of the land. God will save us from any form of evil or harm. So yeah, we are welcome to this brand new year, and you're welcome to Green Tulips. We are here to serve you. We're even poised to serve you better this year. Let me thank you very profusely for all your support, all your engagement, all your patronage last year. It was beautiful. It was wonderful working with every one of you who reached out to us, and we are here to serve you even bigger. So here we look forward to working with you, and I wish you the very best in all your endeavors.
And I've come to the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Shout out to all my green tulip clients. I really appreciate you, all my subscribers, my followers. You made this happen. I'm grateful for your support and engagement and patronage. Thank you. Take care and have a great time. Bye.